Moneybagg Yo, one of the hottest names in hip-hop right now, is reportedly at a crossroads in his career, and the streets are talking. For years, the Memphis rapper has been a cornerstone of CMG, the label founded by Yo Gotti, which helped turn him from a local sensation into a national star. From his early mixtapes to chart-topping albums, Moneybagg has consistently delivered hits that dominate both streaming platforms and radio airwaves. But now, whispers are growing louder. Could Moneybagg Yo be considering leaving CMG? Industry insiders suggest that recent negotiations between the rapper and the label may have hit a snag, sparking tension that could have serious implications for both parties. Fans are left wondering, is this a strategic move for artistic freedom, a business decision for a bigger payday, or the fallout of behind-the-scenes disagreements? And what does Yo Gotti think about all this? Known for being both a mentor and a shrewd businessman, his response could set the tone for the future of one of rap's most dynamic duos. In this video, we'll break down the drama, explore the possible reasons behind the rumored split, and reveal what this could mean for Moneybagg Yo's next chapter in the music industry. Moneybagg Yo's journey in hip-hop is a classic story of talent meeting opportunity at just the right time. Born Demario Dwayne White Jr. in Memphis, Tennessee, he grew up surrounded by the harsh realities of street life, a backdrop that would later inform his music with raw honesty and streetwise authenticity. Before his rise to national prominence, Moneybagg was making waves locally, releasing mixtapes that showcased his lyrical agility, distinctive flow, and an uncanny ability to blend street narratives with mainstream appeal. These early projects, though limited in reach, caught the attention of key figures in the Memphis rap scene, eventually putting him on the radar of Yo Gotti, one of the city's most influential rap moguls. Yo Gotti, known not only for his own successful career but also for his business acumen, recognized Moneybagg Yo's potential early on. CMG, or Collective Music Group, had already begun establishing itself as a powerhouse label capable of nurturing local talent and propelling them into mainstream stardom. When Moneybagg Yo signed with CMG, it wasn't just a typical artist-label agreement. It was a mentorship. Yo Gotti didn't merely provide Moneybagg with resources and a platform. He guided him, offering insight into navigating the complex world of the music industry, understanding branding, and leveraging connections that would be crucial for national exposure. Under CMG, Moneybagg Yo's career trajectory accelerated rapidly. Albums like Federal 3X and Too Heartless cemented his reputation as a consistent hitmaker, while collaborations with high-profile artists expanded his reach far beyond Memphis. Tracks that once resonated primarily with Southern audiences began charting nationally, and his fan base grew exponentially. The label's marketing strategies, combined with Yo Gotti's industry connections, ensured that Moneybagg's music received maximum visibility. From securing features with top-tier artists to strategic placements on streaming platforms, CMG's infrastructure provided the framework for Moneybagg Yo to thrive. However, success in the music industry rarely comes without tension, especially when an artist grows as quickly as Moneybagg did. Reports from insiders indicate that, despite the mentorship and opportunities, there have been moments of creative and financial disagreements behind the scenes. These are not uncommon in the rap industry, particularly when a young artist begins to outgrow the structures that initially helped them. For Moneybagg Yo, the stakes are high. He's not just an artist, he's a brand. Each album release, each social media post, and every endorsement deal contributes to a carefully cultivated persona that resonates with millions. Managing that brand while adhering to label agreements can be a delicate balancing act. Fans have also noticed subtle changes in Moneybagg Yo's public interactions over the past year. Social media activity, interviews, and public appearances suggest that he's becoming more assertive about his artistic direction. There's a sense that he wants more control over his music, collaborations, and the business decisions that affect his career. Some speculate that these desires for independence could be part of the reason why negotiations with CMG have become complicated. After all, as artists grow in influence and confidence, it's natural for them to reassess the terms of their partnerships, seeking arrangements that better reflect their value and vision. Adding another layer to the situation is the relationship between Moneybagg Yo and Yo Gotti himself. While mentorship can be invaluable, it also comes with expectations and obligations. Yo Gotti's reputation as a savvy businessman means he is likely protective of CMG's interests and investments in his artists. Any hint of dissatisfaction from Moneybagg Yo would naturally lead to discussions, negotiations, and potentially disagreements. The question now is whether these negotiations can result in a compromise that benefits both sides, or whether the tension will escalate into a full-blown split. As the rumors swirl, the rap community is watching closely. Moneybagg Yo's potential departure from CMG isn't just a story about one artist leaving a label. It's a narrative about ambition, business strategy, and the evolving dynamics of mentorship in hip-hop. It's about how artists navigate their careers when they reach a level of success that challenges the very structures that helped them rise. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the rumored negotiations, exploring what insiders are saying and what could be at stake for both Moneybagg Yo and CMG if the split becomes reality. As Moneybagg Yo's star continued to rise, so did speculation about his future with CMG. Sources close to the Memphis rap scene and industry insiders have hinted that recent negotiations between Moneybagg and the label may have reached a tense impasse. While neither party has publicly confirmed split, the whispers suggest that discussions over contract terms, revenue sharing, and creative control have become increasingly complicated. In an industry where timing and leverage are everything, such negotiations can make or break careers, and Moneybagg Yo is at a pivotal point where his next move could define his trajectory for years to come. At the core of these rumors is the question of artistic independence. Moneybagg Yo has grown into a powerhouse brand, commanding millions of streams per release and attracting lucrative endorsement deals. Naturally, as his influence expands, so does his desire for greater control over his projects, from album releases to marketing strategies and collaborations. CMG, on the other hand, has historically maintained a structure where the label plays a significant role in guiding an artist's career path, balancing creativity with business acumen. This dynamic, while previously effective, can lead to tension when an artist reaches a level of success that challenges the traditional label framework. Another layer of complexity lies in the financial aspects of the deal. Moneybagg Yo's growing popularity translates into increased bargaining power, particularly when it comes to royalties, distribution percentages, and future project funding. Some insiders suggest that Moneybagg's team may have pushed for adjustments that CMG viewed as difficult to accommodate, leading to a standoff. These kinds of discussions are delicate. They require balancing the artist's aspirations with the label's long-term interests. Missteps or miscommunications during this process can quickly escalate, fueling speculation among fans and media alike. Complicating matters further is the public perception of the relationship between Moneybagg Yo and Yo Gotti. While the two have historically presented a united front, industry watchers note subtle shifts in tone across interviews and social media interactions. Moneybagg Yo's recent posts, which emphasize independence and self-determination, have been interpreted by some as signs of friction or dissatisfaction. Meanwhile, Yo Gotti's careful, business-like approach suggests he is preparing for any outcome, whether that means renegotiating terms or navigating a potential split. The mentorship dynamic that once defined their relationship is now being tested against the realities of business and personal ambition. Negotiation breakdowns in the music industry often occur over seemingly minor but symbolically significant issues. For example, control over creative direction, song selection, featured artists, album artwork can carry as much weight as financial compensation. For Moneybagg Yo, the ability to dictate the artistic vision of his work is likely non-negotiable, given that it defines his brand and connects with his core fanbase. CMG, as a label invested in maintaining a cohesive brand image and protecting its financial stake, may have reservations about ceding too much control. These tensions can create a precarious balancing act, where both parties must navigate loyalty, trust, and business pragmatism simultaneously. Outside pressures add further strain to the situation. Fans and media are quick to interpret every post, every interview, and every cryptic statement as a signal of conflict. Social media amplification means that any hint of discord can spread rapidly, intensifying the stakes for both Moneybagg Yo and CMG. Rumors, whether grounded in fact or speculation, can influence negotiations, making private discussions feel increasingly public. For Moneybagg, maintaining credibility and authenticity with his audience while managing contractual discussions behind the scenes is a challenging endeavor. Similarly, CMG must consider public perception while protecting its long-term interests. Finally, the stakes for Moneybagg-yo's career couldn't be higher. Leaving a label like CMG, especially one that has been instrumental in his rise, is not a decision made lightly. It involves weighing potential gains in independence and financial reward against the risks of losing institutional support and guidance. Conversely, CMG must weigh the cost of possibly losing one of its biggest stars against maintaining contractual control. The outcome of these negotiations could reshape the Memphis rap landscape, influencing how other artists view the label and their own career strategies. While rumors of tension and failed negotiations dominate the conversation, it's important to consider why Moneybagg-yo might actually be weighing a departure from CMG. For an artist at his level, leaving a label is rarely just about conflict. It's often a strategic decision aimed at maximizing creative control, financial gain, and long-term career growth. As Moneybagg-yo has evolved into a household name in hip-hop, his leverage has increased significantly, giving him the ability to explore options that were previously unavailable. One of the most obvious advantages of independence is creative freedom. Moneybagg-yo has spent years under the guidance of Yo Gotti and CMG, learning the ins and outs of the music industry and achieving commercial success. However, as his career has matured, so too has his artistic vision. Being tied to a label, even one that has been instrumental to his rise, can limit the speed and scope of creative experimentation. By stepping away from CMG, Moneybagg-yo could gain full control over his releases, deciding which singles drop, which artists to collaborate with, and even exploring new sounds without label oversight. This freedom can be invaluable for an artist looking to expand their brand and maintain relevance in a fast-moving industry. Financial considerations also play a significant role. While labels provide resources for production, marketing, and distribution, they also take a cut of revenue streams. As Moneybagg-yo has grown into a major draw, the percentage of profits he shares with CMG may no longer reflect the value he brings to the table. Leaving the label could open opportunities for more favorable deals, whether through independent distribution, partnerships with other labels, or launching his own imprint. In a time when streaming revenues, merchandise sales, and brand deals can rival traditional label payouts, retaining a larger share of income is a compelling incentive. Another potential benefit is control over brand expansion. Moneybagg-yo is not just a rapper. He's a brand with influence that extends into fashion, lifestyle, and culture. Being independent would allow him to make decisions that align with his personal brand strategy without seeking approval from a label. Whether it's endorsing products, collaborating with other artists, or venturing into business opportunities, independence can provide flexibility to act quickly and decisively, capitalizing on trends before they fade. In an industry driven by timing, this agility can make a substantial difference. Moreover, leaving CMG doesn't necessarily mean cutting ties with Yo Gotti or burning bridges. Many artists transition from mentorship-driven labels to independence while maintaining respect and professional relationships with their former mentors. For Moneybagg-yo, there's a chance to redefine the relationship, moving from a mentee within CMG to a peer or business partner who can collaborate with the label on mutually beneficial terms. This scenario allows him to pursue personal ambitions while preserving the guidance and networks that helped him rise. Additionally, independence could enable Moneybagg-yo to experiment with release strategies. With a major label, release schedules are often dictated by strategic timelines, marketing campaigns, and corporate priorities. While effective for chart performance, it can limit spontaneity and creativity. An independent approach could allow Moneybagg-yo to release music on his own terms, responding in real time to cultural moments, fan demands, or viral trends. This flexibility can strengthen his connection with fans, keeping his music relevant and his brand dynamic. Finally, the potential for long-term legacy plays a significant role in any decision to leave a label. Artists like Jay-Z, Drake, and Nipsey Hussle have demonstrated that controlling your own label or going independent can provide not just financial rewards but also artistic immortality. Moneybagg Yo, with his growing influence, may view independence as a step toward building a legacy that extends beyond immediate commercial success. This move could position him as a pioneer for the next generation of Memphis artists, showing that it's possible to rise from a local scene to global influence while retaining control over one's career. Of course, leaving CMG comes with risks. He would be taking on responsibilities that a major label traditionally handles, from marketing to distribution to legal matters. However, for a savvy artist with a strong team, these challenges can be mitigated, and the potential rewards, in terms of creative freedom, financial gain, and brand expansion, are significant. While the prospect of independence offers enticing benefits for Moneybagg Yo, it also comes with significant risks. Leaving a label like CMG, which has been instrumental in building his career, is not a decision to be taken lightly. The infrastructure, support, and connections provided by a major label can be difficult to replace, and the absence of these resources could pose serious challenges to his career momentum. Understanding the potential pitfalls is crucial for evaluating why this decision is so consequential, not just for Moneybagg Yo, but also for the broader rap industry. One of the most immediate risks is the loss of institutional support. CMG has provided Moneybagg Yo with marketing, distribution, tour support, and access to industry networks that are hard to replicate independently. Without this backing, he would need to either invest heavily in building his own team or partner with third parties, both of which carry financial and logistical risks. Mistakes in these areas could lead to underpromoted projects, missed opportunities, or diminished chart performance, which could impact both revenue and reputation. Financially, while independence may promise higher profit margins per release, it also requires a larger upfront investment. Producing an album, funding a marketing campaign, securing features, and managing distribution all demand capital. Under CMG, many of these costs are fronted by the label, reducing the financial burden on the artist. Stepping away would transfer these responsibilities entirely to Moneybagg Yo and his management team. Miscalculations in budgeting or strategy could result in financial losses, putting additional pressure on him to succeed independently. Creative freedom, though appealing, carries its own set of risks. Without the guidance of CMG, Moneybagg Yo would be solely responsible for decisions that affect the reception of his music. While he has proven himself as a skilled artist, the music industry is unpredictable, and not every project resonates with audiences. A poorly timed release or a misaligned collaboration could harm his reputation and weaken the momentum he has worked years to build. Labels like CMG often act as a safeguard, providing input based on market data, industry experience, and historical performance, resources Moneybagg Yo would partially lose by leaving. Another potential risk lies in industry relationships. The rap world is deeply networked, and labels like CMG hold sway in collaborations, radio promotion, playlist placements, and award considerations. Leaving the label could complicate these connections, as some industry players might hesitate to work with an artist outside established networks. While Moneybagg Yo has built a strong personal brand, navigating these dynamics independently could prove challenging, especially in a competitive market where visibility is key. Fan perception also plays a critical role. While many supporters might applaud a move toward independence, others could interpret it as tension with Gotti or CMG, sparking rumors or controversy that overshadow the music itself. Social media amplifies these narratives, and even minor misunderstandings can escalate into major public relations issues. Maintaining a positive image while managing the narrative of a potential split requires careful communication and strategic media management. Legal complexities are another area of concern. Contracts, intellectual property rights, and revenue-sharing agreements can become contentious if an artist departs before fulfilling certain obligations. Moneybagg Yo would need to ensure that his exit from CMG is executed cleanly to avoid litigation or disputes that could drag on and damage his reputation. Legal battles not only drain resources, but also distract from creating and promoting new music. Finally, the emotional and personal dimensions should not be underestimated. Leaving a mentor-artist relationship, particularly one as influential as that with Gotti, can be emotionally challenging. Mentorship often extends beyond business, providing guidance, support, and a sense of security. Navigating a split requires balancing ambition with respect, and missteps could strain relationships or burn bridges that might have otherwise remained beneficial. In conclusion, while leaving CMG could provide Moneybagg Yo with creative freedom, financial independence, and brand control, it also introduces significant risks. Loss of infrastructure, financial pressure, potential missteps in creative decisions, industry complications, fan perception challenges, legal hurdles, and emotional strain all factor into the high stakes of such a decision. For fans and observers, the unfolding drama highlights the delicate balance artists must strike between ambition and security in the modern music industry. While much of the conversation centers around Moneybagg Yo's ambitions and potential departure, understanding Yo Gotti's perspective is equally important. As both a mentor and the founder of CMG, Yo Gotti occupies a dual role. He's invested personally in Moneybagg Yo's success, yet also responsible for the business interests of the label. Balancing these priorities is a challenge that has been magnified in recent months as rumors of a split circulate. Analyzing Yo Gotti's possible stance sheds light on the dynamics behind the negotiations and the message he might be sending to Moneybagg Yo and the industry at large. Yo Gotti has long been known as a strategic businessman, carefully nurturing talent while ensuring that the label maintains control over its investments. Moneybagg Yo's rise from a local Memphis artist to a national star is in many ways a reflection of CMG's ability to develop and promote artists effectively. From securing high-profile features to orchestrating marketing campaigns that maximize exposure, CMG has played a pivotal role in shaping Moneybagg Yo's career trajectory. Given this history, Yo Gotti's response to any negotiation breakdown is likely to be calculated, balancing mentorship with protecting the label's long-term interests. Reports suggest that Yo Gotti may be sending subtle signals regarding his expectations for loyalty and professionalism. These messages are not always direct. In the music industry, actions often speak louder than words. For example, continued promotion of Moneybagg Yo's projects by CMG or strategic placements in collaborative efforts could indicate a willingness to maintain the relationship if negotiations can be resolved. Conversely, a reduction in support, delays in projects, or public statements emphasizing label authority may serve as reminders of CMG's role in shaping Moneybagg Yo's career and the value of staying aligned with the label. One key aspect of Yo Gotti's perspective is likely rooted in long-term brand strategy. CMG is not just a label, it's a business entity that depends on the consistent success of its artists. Moneybagg Yo represents one of the label's most lucrative assets, and his departure could have ripple effects on revenue, reputation, and the future of the label. Yo Gotti must weigh the potential loss against the benefits of allowing the artist to pursue greater independence. In many cases, a measured approach, either renegotiating terms to retain the artist or facilitating a professional exit, can protect the label's reputation while minimizing disruption to operations. Mentorship is another dimension to consider. Yo Gotti has historically positioned himself as a guide for young artists, offering advice that extends beyond music. His response to Moneybagg Yo's potential departure may be influenced not only by financial considerations, but also by a desire to ensure the rapper's continued success. In this sense, the message sent through negotiations may reflect both caution and guidance, a reminder that while independence can be rewarding, it also comes with responsibilities and challenges. Yo Gotti's approach likely aims to balance respect for Moneybagg Yo's ambitions with lessons learned from his own experience navigating the industry. Public perception also plays a role in Yo Gotti's strategy. In the age of social media, every action and statement is scrutinized, and rumors can quickly shape fan narratives. By managing the story carefully, either through selective public appearances, social media posts, or indirect messaging in interviews, Yo Gotti can influence how fans interpret the situation. Maintaining authority while appearing supportive is a delicate task, especially when a high-profile artist is involved. Every tweet, feature, or promotional activity could be interpreted as either encouragement or a warning, adding layers of complexity to the public discourse. It's also worth noting that Yo Gotti's message is likely targeted not only at Moneybagg Yo but also at the wider artist community. Labels like CMG operate in a competitive environment where retaining top talent is crucial. How Yo Gotti handles these negotiations could set a precedent for other artists considering independence or renegotiation. By demonstrating a balance of mentorship, firmness, and strategic negotiation, he reinforces CMG's reputation as a label that supports growth while maintaining standards. Finally, the potential outcomes of this negotiation extend beyond Moneybagg Yo and CMG individually. The situation highlights broader trends in the music industry, where artists are increasingly seeking control over their careers, and labels are adapting to new models of collaboration and revenue sharing. Yo Gotti's handling of the situation could influence how other labels approach similar scenarios, making this not only a story about one rapper, but also a case study in modern artist-label dynamics. As rumors about Moneybagg Yo potentially leaving CMG continue to circulate, both fans and the music industry are paying close attention. Social media platforms are buzzing with speculation, debates, and theories, illustrating just how invested audiences are in the rapper's career trajectory. From Twitter threads analyzing every cryptic post to TikTok videos dissecting past interviews, fans have taken an active role in interpreting the story. Some see the potential split as a bold move toward independence, celebrating Moneybagg Yo's ambition and vision. Others worry about the risks, questioning whether leaving CMG could jeopardize the momentum he's built over the past several years. Fan reactions are particularly telling because they often influence an artist's decision-making process. In the streaming era, fan engagement translates directly to revenue and visibility. If Moneybagg Yo were to leave CMG, maintaining his fanbase's loyalty would be crucial. Positive fan sentiment could bolster his efforts, helping him succeed independently or negotiate more favorable terms with another label. Conversely, if fans perceive the move as reckless or controversial, it could affect album sales, streaming numbers, and even concert attendance. Managing public perception, therefore, is as important as any negotiation behind closed doors. The industry itself is also closely observing the situation. Labels, managers, and promoters recognize the implications of a potential split, not just for Moneybagg Yo, but for CMG and other artists under its umbrella. A high-profile departure could inspire other artists to reconsider their contracts, pushing for more favorable terms or exploring independence. Conversely, CMG's handling of the situation could serve as a blueprint for maintaining artist loyalty while asserting control over contractual agreements. In this way, the Moneybagg Yo CMG narrative is more than a single story. It's a reflection of broader shifts in the music business, where artist empowerment and label strategy often collide. Celebrity commentary has also fueled the conversation. Fellow artists, industry insiders, and commentators have weighed in, sometimes directly, sometimes through subtle social media posts, adding to the buzz and speculation. These voices shape public perception, amplifying narratives and influencing how fans and peers interpret the situation. For Moneybagg Yo, the challenge is navigating these external pressures while keeping his focus on music and long-term career planning. For CMG, it's about demonstrating authority, maintaining brand integrity, and preparing for multiple potential outcomes. One possible outcome is a renegotiation that keeps Moneybagg Yo at CMG while granting him increased creative control and financial incentives. This scenario benefits both parties. Moneybagg maintains the infrastructure and support of a major label while asserting greater independence, and CMG retains one of its most valuable assets, preserving revenue and reputation. Industry observers note that such compromises are common in modern hip-hop, particularly when labels recognize the value of accommodating an artist's growing influence and brand power. Another potential outcome is a complete separation, with Moneybagg Yo leaving CMG to pursue independence or sign with another label. In this case, the challenges outlined in Part 4 become very real, assuming financial responsibilities, maintaining visibility, and navigating industry relationships independently. However, with the right strategy, this move could also elevate Moneybagg Yo's career, granting him full control over his music, brand, and business ventures. Independent releases, strategic collaborations, and direct fan engagement could allow him to continue building momentum while shaping a legacy on his own terms. The final potential outcome involves a hybrid approach. Moneybagg Yo could establish his own imprint or subsidiary while maintaining a partnership with CMG. This model allows him to leverage the label's infrastructure and connections while retaining creative and financial autonomy. Several successful artists have adopted this approach, balancing independence with strategic collaboration. For Moneybagg Yo, this option could provide the best of both worlds, freedom to innovate combined with the security of established support systems. Ultimately, the Moneybagg Yo CMG saga is a microcosm of modern hip-hop business dynamics. It illustrates the tensions between artist ambition and label oversight, the importance of fan perception, and the strategic maneuvers necessary to maintain relevance in a competitive industry. For fans, it's a chance to witness a behind-the-scenes narrative of career decisions, mentorship, and power dynamics. For the industry, it's a case study in negotiating artist relationships, preserving brand value, and adapting to an era where artists wield unprecedented influence. The story of Moneybagg Yo and CMG is far from over, and it's clear that the stakes are high for the artist, for the label, and for the entire Memphis rap scene. Whether Moneybagg Yo chooses to stay, renegotiate, or pursue full independence, the outcome will shape not only his career but also the way emerging artists view label relationships in today's industry. This is a pivotal moment that highlights the delicate balance between mentorship, creative freedom, and business strategy in modern hip-hop. We want to hear from you. What do you think Moneybagg Yo should do? Should he stay with CMG and continue building on the foundation Yo Gotti helped him establish? Or is it time for him to strike out on his own and take full control of his music and brand? Could a split benefit both parties? Or would it be too risky for Moneybagg's career? Your thoughts matter because fans are a crucial part of the story, shaping perception, influencing trends, and even affecting the decisions of artists themselves. Drop your opinions in the comments below and join the conversation. Share your predictions, favorite Moneybagg Yo tracks, or moments you think define his rise to stardom. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy breaking down the drama, and hit the subscribe button so you never miss the latest updates on Moneybagg Yo, CMG, and the hottest stories in hip-hop. Also, turn on notifications so you're the first to know when new videos drop. We'll be bringing you behind-the-scenes insights, industry analysis, and the latest rumors as they unfold. This isn't just about watching the story, it's about being part of it. Let's see how this situation develops together, and keep the conversation alive, because in hip-hop, every move, every negotiation, and every decision can change the game.